Morning, everybody. Rusty from the Rusty Razor got another shave of the day for you. And today we're going into, well, the other day I said orange chill when I was meant to say lemon chill. Well, it is orange chill. Yes, indeed. Yep, love this stuff. You can see it's been well used. Actually, how the heck did I got a big gouge out of that thing. I gotta fix that sometime. My OCD is suddenly going crazy. Alright, so we're also going to be using the King C Gillette with, well, that's the fourth use on these, I think, of these Wilkinson blades with the King C Gillette. And then following up with some Pharaohs Dreamsicle. Man, this stuff smells good. Orange Julius. You get a lot of orange with a little bit of vanilla in it. Oh yeah, smells good. So, if you never had it, an orange Julius, it's like you take vanilla ice cream with orange juice and you blend it up into a malt or shake. That's a shake, actually. Man, I used to get those things all the time. Every time we went to the local mall, they had a orange Julius place in there. We're talking the 80s, back when malls actually still existed. Heck, almost all the malls around here, they built a bunch of them, and now they're all like practically dead or being torn down. They're a thing of the past. It's like, I can't imagine that after last year's little thing that we got very much left in these malls. Man, this orange chill, smells like heavy orange, because that's what's in it. Nothing but orange. It smells good. A little bit of menthol. We got onto the mall rant. We're a bunch of mall rats today. All right. That was the thing. Everybody would get into the vehicle, and it's like, we're going to the mall. Go meet your friends. You'd go get a pizza at the pizza joint there. Or we had this place called Diamond Dave's in the mall. We'd go there and have pitchers of beer and pizza or some type of food. Just all of us get a big table and just sit around and BS. Yeah, lots of fun. Things you did in your teens and 20s. I always had a girlfriend, but my buddies that didn't, they'd sit there and, they would people watch, if you know what I mean. Well, fun. Yeah, you had record store there. You get your records, get your vinyl, you get your, heck, they still sold 8 tracks and cassettes was the big thing. Vast majority of everything was cassettes, but a small section had albums. Then there was a used album section in there and 8 tracks. So if you wanted something that was in an 8 track, you could get it. And my one Cougar I had an 8 track player in it still. So we would listen to 8 tracks. My 79 Cougar that I had came with an 8 track player, but I tore that thing out and put a Alpine cassette player with with an amp in it. So it's like had a 150 watt amp in it. So let's push the button. You go from a standard to amp it out. And then when you wanted to listen to Screaming in the Night by Crocus, you could go, just crank that thing up and just go to town. Oh yeah. Because Screaming in the Night. Oh yeah. I'm a big Crocus fan. Yeah. Have the summertime, you have the windows open and crank out some music, and there you go. Run around my luxury vehicle. Or occasionally you toss in the Cars, Candio. Yeah, hell yeah. Then when I bought my stereo system, home stereo system, I was about 20. Still got the speakers from the stereo system. And a few other parts of it, like the dual cassette deck. So you could, I would take all my cassettes that I have and make a mixtape. Because you can always guarantee that when you're listening to radio, you'd always hear what you wanted to listen to. So I'd make a mixtape. All my buddies like, could you make me a mixtape? Sure can. So we would. It'd take a while because you had to play each song, stop, hit the pause button on the deck, change out to get the right song queued up, and then just as it started, click, you click it over and hit the unpause and you'll start recording again. Oh, it was like all the stuff you go through. And one of the ones I made was had all the Led Zeppelin albums. It was another thing, had a big turnstile on there, so I could record something on play it from the vinyl album and record it onto the cassette if I wanted to. So friends did the same thing. When you'd spend it's like, hey, this Saturday, you want to? Everybody, so people would say, can we come over and just make out on cassettes? I was like, sure can. Do it, and you'd be sitting around drinking beer, But back then, well, me and some of my friends, we were grandfathered in at age 18 and to be able to drink. But it turned to 19, which wasn't really a big deal because it didn't take very long to turn 19 either for some of my friends. So we were all like 20 years old and sitting around and drinking beer, making tapes, and then we'd go out, and we always had my one friend Wayne. He did not drink beer. He would be our chauffeur sometimes. Make sure everybody got home. Fill his cart with gas, and he'd take us everywhere. So we'd go bar hopping, and he'd be our designated driver, running around. That's the responsible thing to do. always good to be responsible. And if he wasn't available, you know, one of us would like, okay, who's the DH tonight? And it was kind of funny. It was like everybody would get kind of loopy, and if you were the designated driver, it's like, I like to watch you guys make fun of yourselves. Especially if they didn't have a girlfriend. They'd be like, we at the bar they'd be trying to find somebody to pick up and watching them strike out horribly. Like, dude, you got to do something totally different. Your game is off, man. It's like, what are you doing? Like, one friend is like, I'm sorry, but you think you're a knight? No. That was like, that's a kind of a turnoff for the ladies. Yeah. They'd kind of look at it, he'd be talking in Old English, and they'd just like look at him and go, what are you doing? And he's like, it's like, this guy's a freak. Like, dude, you're born out of the wrong time. I say this blade's getting a little dull. Time for the bend. Use it over the weekend. Yeah, it definitely not as sharp as it was. You know, because it takes a little more, especially this King C Gillette's a little mild when it comes to a blade. I would say one thing about this Orange Chill. It is still slick. You just add a little bit of moisture to your face and it glides right over. But it is a nice razor when it comes to not feeling like it's trying to grab my scars. I got a lot of scar tissue through this chin. But I know there's some new subscribers, because since the last time, I think I probably picked up 40 new subscribers since I think the last time I talked about the infamous tree sledding accident. Word of advice: never go faceplant at a high speed into a tree. Doesn't work. Very painful. And for you veterans that have been watching this channel since the beginning, this is probably like the third or fourth time you heard this story. So, yeah. And you go, well, what's the story? Come on, man, spit it out. Well, I was a young lad, and we were sledding in Minnesota. Got a nice hill. And at the bottom of the hill, a bunch of trees. Normally we'd get on a toboggan and go sliding down the hill, and we'd stop just short of it. So it was never an issue. But we had basically kind of like an ice storm, so we had a nice sheen of ice across the top of the snow. And boy, did we get going. We just took off. And realized we're not going to stop before we hit the trees. And normally we got a two-man team. We had a rope that was on the back of the sled too, which was used, the person, the brakeman, would put their feet out and help stop, because you got your feet up in front of in the curved part. So you always rely on the guy behind you to do the job. Well, the brakeman decided that escaping and jumping ship was a better part of valor. So my brother jumped off the sled, and I didn't in time, and I went right into the trees, face planted, right into a tree. Yeah, you can see all the scars and stuff across my chin. Basically, I opened up my lower lip right through here. You can see the teeth through. That's how bad it was. Oh. And my nose is a little crooked. Yeah. As the saying goes, chicks dig scars. Yeah. Not, well, stars too. But yeah, scars. But yeah, it was a painful day. And you come back to the house and you're like, blood all over your front of your. Yeah, it was a battle that day. There was much blood and gore. Oh yeah. So, if you're new to the channel, that's the first time you heard the story. Yeah, that was a good one. I think we got it. I think it's finished. Wow. Menthol and oranges. Good combination. Boy, smell like oranges. Stomach growling at me now, like, that smells good. Let's eat some of that. No, that'd probably be bad. Be like Ralphie on the Christmas Story. He's sitting there with a bar of soap in his mouth. You don't want that. Sometimes you get soap in your mouth shaving. Like that. Oh yeah. Aftershave. Well, it smells good. Oh man. This restrictor's pretty. Takes a little bit of effort. Woo! That smells good. More orange, little slight dash of vanilla. Close this up. Pharaohs Dreamsicle. Works good. Wow, that smells good. If you're into oranges, this is for you. All right, so that was Stirling's Orange Chill. Excellent soap, excellent scent, really nice and strong with some good menthol in it. So if you like menthol and oranges, this is for you. And then we had this Kingsley Gillette with Gillette Wilkinson blades. And these are going into the bin. They've had their use. It's the fourth use on them. Yeah, it is what it is. They made their mileage work out pretty good. Followed up with some Pharaohs Dreamsicle. It was a great shave. Nice and smooth. That was good. Didn't feel any stinging when I put anything on. That's the nice thing about that Kingsley Gillette. I don't get hardly any, I don't think very seldom you ever get any weepers or anything off of it, but it's pretty mild. All right, enough rambling on and storytelling. We'll see you in the next one. Rusty out.